Hello everybody, should be live. Oh, we are. There's some ultra low latency going on today. I thought I'd give it a test, see how ultra low latency is. So responses should be more or less instantaneous, with any luck. How are we all doing? Mason, Cody saying hello. Hi Ahmad, 2DS, hello to you as well. Starting early, are we? No, I'm right on time. It's less than a minute around starting time, so we're on time really. Above all else, is the low latency low? That's what I want to know. Hello, I'll tell you who the last person in the chat is at the moment. It's Night Alpha, Dark Bloods. So that's the speed we're dealing with. I thought I'd give it a go. It should be fine. It shouldn't really affect anything since I don't stream at 1440p, 4K. I don't. Yes, it's lovely. So, let's get cracking, shall we? Here we are, in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the wonderful world of. Just thought, you know what, I'd fire up something that I fancy playing. It was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I did say I would stream it again tonight if I could, and I can, so here I am. Doing exactly that, streaming for you. For all of you, for I have... I thought, you know what, why not? Hello, Captain of the Clown Police. You're dead. I've just realised that border guards do dress like clowns a little. They look like some form of really angry clown cult. That's fine. Is that the best AC protagonist? The clown is. Ezio, I think, is a really good AC protagonist. Yeah, I think he's the best character Assassin's Creed has had today. But I feel like half of it is down to the fact that he's a great character. The other half of it is down to the fact that he's the only character we've seen actually get a sequel and then another one. Like, the only character that's ever gotten a sequel in Assassin's Creed. It's a no-brainer that that one is probably the best, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is. Like, if other characters had the same amount of fleshing out and had that opportunity to have a sequel and then a game afterwards, there'd be some proper competition for Ezio, Bayek, Edward. You know, I guess Altair if you want to go there. Yeah. But nobody has, so I guess Ezio reigns supreme for now. Maybe one day we'll get a character that'll get a sequel, and that would be cool. James Rostron, you absolute legend with the super chat. Ethan is not Welsh. I'm not Welsh. Me? Welsh? Have you seen me? Do I look like the kind of man that goes anywhere near sheep? Really? James Rostron doing gaming. He absolutely is. He's an absolute legend of the craft. He'll play one Assassin's Creed forever. Which one would it be? None of them. Fuck that. I love the old Assassin's Creed games, but I could never do that. Oh my god, I'd go insane. And see that? That's a lot of men dead. Why the throwing knives keep missing? Fuck it. I could have gone for the swording on defensive there, or I could have just shot him. Ah, well, now this horse is mine. That's how Assassin's Creed... No, I want to loot the man. I want to get some of my bullets back. Please, allow me. The interact button is the same for every single thing that you do. Who's your favourite character from all of Assassin's Creed? I literally just answered that question. Hey Fisher, I know Ezio's your favourite Assassin's Creed character, but who's your favourite Assassin's Creed character? I don't know. I mean, how we doing? That's why I call it unrealistic jump onto a horse. Hello. Yeah, I can imagine the horse wouldn't have enjoyed that. Ah, let's kill this man. Oh no. I've just realised that Revelations really made... It took the Brotherhood combat and it did slow it down a bit. Brotherhood here is is stupidly fast, stupidly smooth, but it's also really easy. Revelations made it a bit harder in a way that made you think, you know what, maybe that's Ezio slowing. He can no longer counter kill guards with spears. You know, he can no longer quickly dispatch those sorts of enemies, but he's grown wiser to other enemy types, and he's still stupidly fast. He's just not as fast as he was in Brotherhood. Whereas in Brotherhood, everything's easy because Ezio's in his prime. I don't think it makes for particularly. I don't think it makes for the most challenging gameplay ever. But as far as the story's concerned, there's a lot of narrative telling of the character's age and wisdom and skill based on how he fights throughout the 3 games. In 2, he's very much so learning all the way through. Brotherhood, he's absolutely smashing rectums. And then I just killed 2 women. Why did I do that, man? Jack the Ripper doesn't even exist yet. Watch Dogs was good. Watch Dogs 2 not so. I like Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs 2 was okay as a game, but I feel like the story was sort of lost, if that makes sense. Ezio Brotherhood is still one of the best looking and best games in general in AC. I think Brotherhood looks alright. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a particularly incredible looking game in the sense that it's 10 years old, nearly. And it sort of looks that way. I can't believe this game is 10 years old. I remember when it came out. I remember being in game and seeing all the bloody promotional pieces for it. Oh my god, this is how you steal a horse. The horse doesn't care who rides it. All the horse cares about is the fact that we don't break its back, and apparently jumping on a horse from that height does nothing to the horse. And I don't know who I'm supposed to believe about that one, but I certainly don't believe the human who I robbed the horse from. Nice landing. It was a nice landing, wasn't it? I love Watch Dogs 2, but the story was dead. The story was indeed a bit dead and a bit flat. I think with Watch Dogs, Watch Dogs 1 was probably a little bit truer to what Watch Dogs was. Or what it wanted to be, and then Watch Dogs 2 was, people didn't receive that well. Instead of changing changing the things that need changing, we'll just subvert the entire tone, and that's where that one goes a little bit wonky. And where was that flag thing? Ah, there it is. Let's go up and say hello to it. I feel like there's a potential in a lot of Ubisoft games that aren't well received. Watch Dogs, as an entire franchise, had tons of potential. I don't know if it's ever been properly realised in any of its games. Even Legion, I worry, it won't be properly realised. But there is potential to be had there. Assassin's Creed, tons of potential in the overall franchise. It realised it to begin with. It's a fantastic little brand when it was, the first 4 games. Black Flag was also pretty damn good. Origins was all right, it was a great game. It sort of lost sight of a lot of Assassin's Creed elements, but it's still a great game. Let's be real, flawed but great. And yeah, no, when you think about it, there's a lot of potential in the Assassin's Creed brand that has also been squandered over the years, and I feel like, I don't know. That saddens me. It doesn't sit right with me. It's the type of thing that makes me feel a little bit nauseous to think about. Like, this is a brand where I was always invested. Like, oh, I wonder what the story's going to do next. Like, I wonder where it's going to take me. This overarching sense of mystery is incredible. And that, instead of going somewhere, unfortunately, it just sort of dissolved. And I wasn't happy about it, And I don't think I'll ever be able to be happy about what happened with Assassin's Creed, but what my point is there's potential that even Assassin's Creed didn't realise to begin with. There are ways it could have been better that it just never lived up to, and I feel like that's the sadness of a lot of games, really. A lot of games have that potential and then never make it. Even games we love. That's a shame. Good gaming, Katie. Now, where's this glyph thing. But yeah, no. I don't know where that ramble came from, but it's something to talk about, isn't it? Let's get to 100 likes, gamers. That'll be awesome. I'm trying to look for where the thing is. If I've already done it, I've already done it, but I don't know if I have. Shut up, who's this man? I'm gonna have to silence him before he says something to the Fed. There we go. We've killed another member of the clown police. Yeah, no, earlier I did a Red Dead Redemption 2 stream. And now we're doing a Brotherhood stream. And together we are the gamers. Watch Dogs should have been a trilogy with Aiden. It bothers me that they can't commit to one character. You know what? I reckon that would have been cool. I'd have liked to Aiden to at least get a sequel. I don't know how they're going to deliver Aiden Pierce in the in Watch Dogs Legion, but it'll be DLC. So whatever it'll be, it won't be particularly integral to anything. And I guess that's fair enough. But I also think that's a missed opportunity in the sense that Aiden could have done with a sequel. You know, some characters just are more designed for the sequel. I don't know why. Maybe it's inside. That might make sense because it usually... Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's going to be right above the door, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Ah. I knew there was one place where it was inside. It had to be here. I don't know why I didn't remember. All I know is that these puzzles usually require me Googling them. But that's fine. Into the hole in the wall we go. For Xbox or PlayStation? Of the two, PlayStation. But if I were to choose one platform overall, it'll probably wind up being PC at the end of the day. But for the exclusives, PlayStation all the fucking way. Here we go.
The grid. Where were you?
Cluster 1, Cluster 2. Right, play Cluster 1. I guess this is it. Walk into the box. Are you don't 100% the games? No. Oh, I found this one.
You dropped out of the grid. Where were you?
Not sure. Some kind of fragmented memory?
Why did it kick me out?
Maybe you should stop.
I'm good. I want to keep going.
This is the cluster of the truth business. I always find this to be quite painful. Oh god, here we
Loading.
go. Masters all, they did not work, but they ruled on from high. Aristocrats. This guy. Aristocrats. Anything that seems like an aristocracy, I guess. Yep, there we go.
Loading.
Ah, chess. Moving away from the sovereign, his crossed brow, the people take 2 steps forward. Where's that? Where's the sovereign boy? No. It's one of these goons. There we go, that's the one.
Loading.
Though we're increasingly aware of our existence, we can no longer rely on the divine right of the aristocracy to maintain control. We need a new system, something more subtle.
Loading. Quarantine zone. Quarantine lifted.
That wasn't too difficult.
I'll put 16's video files here. Hopefully they'll begin to make sense as you free up each file.
There we go. Now I have to find the rest, because apparently I haven't done them on this save. Just calm. Right, let's go. The other ones will be at landmarks like this. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, share with your friends, hit subscribe if you're new, and for some reason I've forgotten how to deactivate Eagle Vision. Here we go. Let's get the likes up, gamers! That'd be fantastic. It said quarantine lifted. Yeah, it's a lie. It's lying to you. I remember at the start of lockdown, I played through the Ezio trilogy thinking it would kill time. And then I finished it and I was not even halfway through. So I went through all the Assassin's Creed games after the fact and then eventually went back to do one. And lockdown still wasn't fucking over. So then I just started playing random games, didn't I? And you know what? We've had a year of just false starts. I can't purchase this landmark because I'm a little bit of dosh too short. I'm gonna go sleep. Bye, Fishy. Alright, take it easy, gamer. Remember, when in doubt, everyone likes trout. I don't know why I said that. I guess if we want to go to glyphs and shit, we should go there. Because that's one place where I know there is one. Fishy, what's... Fishy with the second stream, let's go. Let's indeed do just that. I'm going for 17 minutes. Do I have dosh at the bank to withdraw? So this is the Assassin's Creed that I miss, like, you know. Like, I'm not saying the new Assassin's Creed games can't be good. I'm just saying, come on, there's some atmosphere to this. There is an atmosphere to the simplicity and the style of game that this is. It has a few cool concepts, but for the most part, it's a relatively simplistic game. Oh, damn. There we go. They thought they could fight me and died. Fishy, how has Connor been? Connor is in Connor Jones. My pal Connor. Connor Jones is always sound. Or do you mean Connor as in Connor Jones? The dosh coming in, keep the dough coming. I love how George said that and now everyone just keeps saying it. Classic Connor Jones. Connor Jones. I love how I can say his name outright because it's a really generic name. It's a really generic name. We'd like a hoot with the boys again, maybe. Oh fuck. Hello boys, how you doing? Shit, wasn't me. Wasn't me. Oh god, you've dropped me in shit. Being chased by the Fed. Connor Stones. Connor Stones. Oh no. Not Connor Stones. There is one here, isn't there? It's on this building. It's here. It's this bad building here. There we go. Now, I think it's on the other side, right? Of the Palazzo Senatorio, however you pronounce that. Ah, see, there you go. Let me in. There you go. Sean was about to say something clapped and I just walked in before he could say it. So now we've got to do this. Cluster 2. More like Clusterfuck 2. Am I right,
Loading.
boys? No. The individual intends only his own gain. And he is in this, as in many other cases, led by an invisible hand to promote an end which is no part of his intention. Okay, whatever that
Loading.
means. Ah, here we go. Oh, this is pain. These are a pain. There you go.
Loading.
Oh, bloody hell. Clusterfuck's conspiracies. You know when you have to game sometimes, right? And then your mum calls the police and goes, "Stop gaming!" And then you cry. That is me right now. I promise. I promise that's me right now. Haha! See that?
Loading.
I'm an expert of this Assassin's Creed business. He says before spending 6 hours on this one. Oh, it's... I was lining up the one that's there. I then line up this one. Just here. This one I line up then. Actually, no, I don't. No. What I do is I line up this one first. Line this one back up. Then I'll line that one up. There you go.
Loading.
I'm excited for Valhalla. I've been listening to the available soundtracks all this week. Okay. Yeah, no, that's always
Loading.
wonderful. Lift the quarantine zone. Okay, what's this one? The workforce increases. Brother right beside brother. So that's... Is that you? Yeah.
Loading. Quarantine zone.
Oh, yeah?
Quarantine lifted.
I lifted a quarantine. Successfully. I feel like New Zealand. Did New Zealand lift it, or did they just not have problems for a while and chilled? It's whatever, innit?
I don't know if you're looking
Quarantine
for something
zone,
16,
feeling a bit
but
too real.
last time scanning and eagle vision seemed to help.
Ugh. Just because Sarah Shackner and Einar Selvik. It's like Avengers Assembly. Ah, yeah, a classic. Now I need to find another one of these. I suppose it's a good place. I guess the Colosseum is a good place to go for these, because there'll be one there. I'm just going to all the places I remember having one. It's my priority. We are 2 months away from Valhalla. That is a hefty amount of time, to be fair. Heftiest amount of time. Mini fridge, please let me out. I'm starving down here. Oh my god, you're still alive? Well, you know what they say to people who are still alive? No. They say no. Will you be streaming tomorrow? Depends entirely on what else I'm doing, but maybe. I'd like to say there's a chance. And that's about as much as I can say. Right, where the fuck is this thing? Right, here we are. We're at the Colosseum. The Colosseum is how we know it. It's a cool place. Now please, Colosseo, tell me where the boy is. It's on the outside, isn't it? Somewhere. I actually can't remember where the entrance to this thing is here. I'll find it in a minute, I will. I think I'm right. Help, my PC is having a stroke. Oh no. Call a doctor. I am not what my... You know, funnily enough, my PC is having a stroke doesn't tell me much about what's going on with your PC. Man, I just want to say that I really like your vids and I really respect you and your opinion. I appreciate that, gamer. I'm glad you enjoy the content.
We have never seen a stranger man.
You have indeed seen stranger men. I am the strangest man. So yeah, like I said on my stream earlier, for those who missed that stream, from the 24th to the 29th, I'm going to be away from home for a short bit. I've got something I need to take care of away from home, and it's a bit of a fucked one. It's one of them. So I'll have to get some content ready in advance for that time. I understand that that's when Mafia Definitive Edition drops. I will not be around for that. I will have to make content post-launch properly, like, and that's fine. A few days before I do my stream, you know, enjoying it, whatever. I feel like it's the other end, isn't it? It's gotta be. I know it's somewhere up these way. Yeah, gotta be that way. My Eagle Vision can't see that far. Makes no sense. I thought it was Eagle Vision. The background music to this game is so relaxing. It sure is. Trying to remember where it is. I thought this was it. You know, it's along here somewhere. Obviously, I was wrong. Oh, I wasn't wrong. There it is. Let me in. Hey.
Hey, Desmond.
Right, let's go. Oh, wow. So if anyone has any ideas for content that you want to see me put up between the 24th and 29th, you know, content I can work on in advance and throw it up in that time frame, then let me know now. Missing. Ah.
Loading.
Magic cube. Magic cube. Magic fruit. Washington sits above the green in 1944, keeping a cool head. Below the right one is standard bearing 48. Behind that is a company whose power is growing. Abstergo. Correct coordinates are Oh no. What the correct coordinates? Oh, I fucking hate these. Just to look for the coordinates now. Don't I? 1910. That's 9. Oh, that's how it works. It's one of these. Bloody weird. The key doesn't seem to make much sense because the key's wrong. Hang on, let's see what we can do here. So 9. So the 2 there is the 4. Up was right. Now let's move the 4 to be what the 4 is. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. Pretty sure Stalin was Georgian, he was. Oh, I could do some Assassin's Creed lore or something while I'm away. I'm gonna Google it, I can't be arsed. Oh, I'm really close. I nearly got it. It was this. I'm sure it was this. Yeah, it's that. There we go. I nearly had it. I nearly had my brain around that one.
Loading.
Never do these. July 22nd, 1944. Fellow rulers, welcome. I'd love the streets to you as several floors below us. A silent revolution begins. Ronnie Olds and Henry Ford, as many of you know, these founders gave us the assembly line. Now we'll use it to poo on the floor.
Loading.
We'll just press triangle. What would triangle do? As a concession, a small piece of sacrifice for the great good to come. That? No. That. That. No. I feel like it's this. No. I don't know how chess works. Oh, I know. There we go, we did it.
Loading. Quarantine zone.
Oh, bloody hell. There we go.
Quarantine lifted.
Cluster 3, it's done. Done it all. Well, I've done 3 of them.
I don't know if you're looking for something from 16, but last time scanning in eagle vision seemed to help.
Epic lore. Epicest lore. I don't know what lore I'd do, but I could do something. Just something to entertain, I guess. That's all I want to do. Just do something semi-decent. But I don't know if there's anything I actually have to do. I mean, I'm sure there is. It's just, do I know it? You know, like, these days I don't even know if I know it. So how fucked Assassin's Creed lore is. There's only one way down from this height, and that's to dive off. Which was epic, but Yennefer is more epic. Oh. Okay. Who is this man? Hello. That's not a man. Need to go home. Fringilla Virgo is love interest, not Triss. Vigo, not Virgo. Vigo. Why did I put an R in there? You could do some. This game has still got videos of some Fantages. Yeah, I could do, but I know that with lore it's so easy to make. Like, it's so easy to make that to a high quality, whereas with Still Gold it takes time. Or Fantages I can do. Fantages I can certainly do. They're again easy to make. Whether or not they're high quality is very much so subjective. The whole point is that they're silly. But I can do them. Minotaur Octopus is better than Ezio. Ah, Isak. You've baited me. Cheers for the super chat, gamer. Absolute legendary move. Fantage Spider-Man PS4. There's nothing really to do in that game. Like, it's not really a fun game to sit and record a Fantage for anymore. It's fun to sit and stream and it's fun to play, but I don't think it's not fucked enough for to be enjoyable as a Fantage. And the gameplay, I don't know. I did a few of them and I think people weren't too keen. Like, there needs to be some substance of silly to it for me able to be. I mean, Spider Pants is one thing, but I've already done that. Like, just getting about in the underpants. Yeah, that I've already done. I gave up on Spider-Man pretty quickly. Oh, I love it. And I can't wait for Miles Morales. In fact, I need to do a video on that for tomorrow, where I talk about how it's really more of the same, but it's sort of all it needs to be, if that makes sense. I think that's where I sit with that one. It's essentially the same thing that we've already experienced, for example. But it didn't need to be more. It's... yeah. It's taking a system that worked and telling a new story with it, and giving us beautiful updated graphics and probably some improved gameplay along the way. But for the most part, it'll feel like the same game, and that's fine. Guess you could call it Slider Man. I could do. Or I'm having a glitch where in the Silver Lining DLC where I was just ragdolling on the floor. Oh. That's pretty classic, to be honest. That is exactly the kind of thing you need to be doing. Now, I don't really know where the rest of these fucking glyphs are. You know, it'd be rad. A chimpanzee with hidden blades. Yeah, what? Here's a chimp and he has hidden blades. Stabby, stabby. Ha! That would be rather amazing, to be fair. Hello there. Gamer. Place the feathers in the box. Place the feathers in the box. Who doesn't love a feathers in box placing? This man has skill points to invest. Any other mans with skill points to invest? You, and you. Go to Venice. Send some of them to die. Well, that's underwhelming. Don't send them to die. Send them to live. That is a risk we will take. Vienna? Nope. Rome. No. Find something we can do. That's doable. Buy this fucker. Doable by this fucker. Doable by these two gamers. Whereas here, you can have that, and the rest of you can just chill with me. So I'm not without the boys for too long. Let's hit 200 likes, gamers. That would be awesome. Why is your name Assassin's Creed? Oh, there's a guy in the chat called Assassin's Creed. Hello. I thought for a moment someone had changed my channel name to Assassin's Creed somehow and panicked. Because I knew that if I lost that verification tick, I'd never get it back because YouTube has changed its whatever since. And that thought made me sad. But I genuinely didn't care too much, but you know what I mean. I love guacamole. I know what I'm going to do today. What are you going to do today? What's the plan? Is it a new day? Verified badge is better for clout. That's my logic exactly. Like, the amount of absolute dosh. Yeah, no, it just makes you feel more legitimate. It makes me feel less like an imposter. It makes me the real fishy. To put it simple and nice and good. I feel like the real fishy. Dosh and dough coming in. Indeed. Shitting penis, anal accident. You need to what? Someone came to the chat and typed shitting penis anal accident. I am screenshotting that. We've got an actual comment. Gamers. Oh, that is magnificent. That is the most weird thing I think I've read today. But I appreciate it, gamer. No, come on, let me paste my shit. There we go. I want to keep shitting penis anal accident forever. I don't know why I want to keep shitting penis anal accident forever. But apparently, I do. Someone said that in my chat and I'll never get over the fact that they said it with an Assassin's Creed profile picture. Want to keep shitting penis. Store shitting penis forever. Can't see it. I saw it in chat. If you switch from top chat to switch from top chat, which is what most people defaults you to for some reason, to live chat, and then look up and you'll find it. Yeah. It's because when you're in top chat you don't see every single message. When you're in live chat you do. For some reason YouTube wants to default you to top chat. It's like how when you go to the comment section it defaults you to the top comments as opposed to the newest comments. Which I suppose makes more sense in the comments, but in a live chat it should default you to the latest messages, shouldn't it? That should be the default setting. YouTube, sort it the fuck out. Hello, gamer. It's me. I see it now. You shouldn't be proud of yourself for saying that, by the way. I just think it's dumb as fuck.
Have you lost your mind? Be gone from here, kid.
Hello, clowns. I don't even need gaming. Oh, I do need gaming. There we go. Every man is dead. But yes, be sure to leave a like on the stream and lick my face. That would be fantastic. Is it normal for me to say that Ezio was overrated? Like, factually speaking, was overrated? Or that you think he's overrated? And I don't think... it's normal for me to disagree, but if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. Cool. Do you know how to do the double kill? Yes. I will show you the moment I find plenty of men to fight. How it works. What you do is, if you're doing the double kill in combat, you need to build up a combo. You need to kill someone, and then you need to, you know, flow in the combo. Doesn't matter once you made that kill who it is. But once you're flowing in the combo, what you need to do is basically hold hold the button you set to attack. So for most people that's square, or that's X, or whatever is on PC. Watch. Let me see if I can get it done here. I won't be able to because there's vigilantes and shit. Of course there is. Yeah, no, this is not a good place for it. The vigilantes bother me because God knows all I want to do is show something. Can you quick step, fishy? What? Gamers, I'm right here. Okay, well this is fucked as well. I'm trying to prove something and the fight doesn't allow me to. Gamers. Here we go. This is a double kill. There you go. Anyone want sponsoring? My bullshit detector is going off. I'm gonna use your name against you. Chris Evans dodging bullets or attacks or flicking thumbstick twice in a direction earlier in AC games. Oh. Phew. Ah. It's alright, he's fine. As in like a dodge. I suppose I know the dodge, but I never knew you could dodge bullets. Like that. Yeah, like this. There you go. Hello, clown face. Your mum stinks. Haha. With a strafe mechanic. Yeah, I like that. I like the kill people mechanic. I'm randomly racking up my notoriety just to prove that I have a massive penis. And this wanted poster is on here for some reason. What a conveniently placed wanted poster, because every witch fucker sees this! I like the gamer mechanic. Ezio Valhalla graphics looks better than Odyssey's graphics. They do. They do for sure. That's probably because Odyssey makes me sad. The bullets wait till the shooter stops, blinks, and then immediately flick the thumbstick to the left or right twice. Oh. I'll give that a go, you know. Next time it becomes, you know, useful. Combat in Ezio games ain't hard to figure out. No, not at all. And there's a lot of features that you won't use outside of being told about them. Such as the quick step and maybe even the double kill. Actually, the double kill Brotherhood doesn't even tell you about. So I guess the quick step is something it does, and then you never have to use it. Oh. Okay. Well done. Wasn't me. You know when you assassinate the guy and then fall off a roof because, you know, the guy moves so much and the game goes, nah, you're off the roof now. That is the norm. Whee!
What skill?
I don't know what that is. The game before 3 had the best places to do free running in. Yeah, I guess they did. 3's wasn't bad, just the buildings were a bit wide and it just didn't really flow, and there's a lot of falling to the ground and being on buildings. You do the spinny horse beam jump. I'll try my hardest, but first I need to find a beam that I can spinny horse jump off of. I guess this is the general direction I want to be going in. I need to find 2 beams, one after the other. And then I can do the spinny horse jump. There we go! That wasn't so bad. Yeah, and that's another thing that people don't know that Ezio could do. Finally, this was Twitch, and so we could clip that. That was genuinely quite cool. Yeah. Ezio dodges bullets in both the AC Brotherhood and AC Revelations novels. Oh. Good to see that he's been defying science since day. I mean, defying science like that is probably fair enough considering, you know, they already do that with the leap of faith. There's no way you'll be able to survive that, but you can. So why not be able to dodge bullets in Assassin's Creed? Why not? You know, I don't care about that little lack of realism there. Provided it's done in a way where you know, it's really fast. I didn't even know you could dodge bullets in this game. I'll do a double backflip during parkour. Just don't know how to do it yet. I suppose if the... Well, if it's 3, don't forget all the ECU hybrids basically superhuman. Well, Ezio can do sort of a backflip in parkour, because that's sort of what he does when you jump off of the horse. Is it something to do with the horse? If that's the case, because I never knew that he could do that. I mean, I knew he could do the flip. I knew he could do the flip off the horse, but double, not to my knowledge. Who wants Ubisoft clothing? Hard pass, I think. Moment. I'll settle for clothing of any brand that is a lovely cert. Parachute air assassination, do it. On this save, I don't have the parachute just yet. Brotherhood is the best parkour. Didn't see the title of now.
Come, I have a new lead-based cure for syphilis.
Oh, look at that, lovely. There's a lovely little bit of gaming. That's all we like. I'm gonna go by the Ezio collection. That's pretty epic. There we go. I thought there was something wrong with the thumbnail for a reason there, but there's not. It's fine. Earlier today, the thumbnail, for some reason, for the Red Dead stream, didn't want to exist. It was just like, no, show in-game freeze frame. No, I was like, well, just behave. Do you want a Red Dead game about Dutch? Honestly, no, I don't think so. I think Dutch is a great character to not play as. I feel like that's a constant in the Red Dead Redemption story that really, you know, gives you the solid perspective of his change. You know, you see it happen. And you see how he develops from a seemingly decent guy, you know, who's just helping people, a bit of an outlaw and all that, to an absolute nutter. You know, not a psychopath. And I feel like that's... I feel like that's pretty calm. Now, where's that mercenary dickhead guy again? Oh, down here. Right, go. So we must go to, because that is where we must go to. Shrek Simp subscribed. Did it say it on the screen? Please tell me it did. Oh, that is mad. There's a Romulus bastard around here somewhere. Hello, excuse me. Ah, shit. Well, everyone wants me dead now, anyway. Okay, well this is... Let me kill this guy with the gun. No, the guy with the fucking gun! Oh, whatever. What? Oh yeah? I don't think we'll get a new Red Dead game until 2028. Well, I'm not too fussed. I wouldn't be fussed if we never see one again. Like, you know, like they're good. There's a satisfying story though. I feel like it's told. I feel like it's you know, I feel like it's all it needs to be. These guys didn't even clock me killing the mates. That is pathetically stupid from both of these goons. Right. Over you go. It's been a while. What? About the guy in front of you. Calm, whatever. But the monster players are no Driscoll. They're supposed to be coward lowlifes. I don't think there's anyone else who needs a redemption arc. Yeah. Especially not fuckers you kill before they get one. You know what I mean? Oh, it's this place. What are the water levels looking like on this save? Because we could, in theory... No chance in fuck are we getting in there. Gonna renovate the aqueducts. First off, we need to renovate this place as well, don't we? There we go. That's cost me most of my life savings. But that's calm. What if you parachute into it? I don't have the parachute. Well, I know how you do it. The only way you get in there is if you renovate the aqueducts. That is how it works. Recently bought the Ezio collection on PC, and the draw distance Ezio Brotherhood is terrible. The Ezio collection isn't on PC, so how have you managed that? Oh, you mean you bought the Ezio trilogy, and so you not the Ezio collection. There you go. Do you have a Discord server? Yes, there's a link in the description if you want to go ahead and check it out. That would be absolutely calm. With another different... Yeah, this is the remaster. The one on PC is just the base version. Ubisoft just didn't want to put it on PC because the games are apparently already on PC. But it would have been nice for the remaster to be there as well, because you know what? These graphics, higher frame rate, would have been beautiful. But no, Ubisoft went, nah, not for PC this. The games are already on PC. And it was fucking stupid. Like, what do you mean? Just give me this game. At the time of this game's launch, I only had a PC. I didn't have any current gen console. So I was pissed. I was beyond pissed that they dismissed PC like it's last gen. Like it's not. It's all for the sake of laziness is what it was. And that bothered me. 200 experience and cash. Right, you're off to earn me dough. You're off. That's gonna earn me some dosh as well. But it's a bit of a shit mission. I need something with a bit more snaz for my boys. There you go. You go and you do bits. You two can go do that, and oh no, if the that fails, then there's a good chance of it. For some reason, anything below 80% chance means 100% chance of failure. Let's send these boys out on a mission there and leave it at that. Now we have no brothers. It's fine. We don't need the Brotherhood. We have the Gamerhood. No, we don't. We just exist. It's whatever. Let's go somewhere near where there's a blacksmith. I want to go to Tiber Island. However you say it, we'll go there. We'll sort it out. How you doing, Fishy? I'm doing all right. 83 has no motion blur and it hurts my eyes. It is quite. I see. It's a hate Valhalla just because it gives me the vibes of Odyssey. How the gameplay? What's your thoughts? I think that the gameplay is going to feel quite dated and tired, in the sense that we've seen it's the same gameplay engine as, you know, more or less full on as Origins and Odyssey, and Origins made it feel okay. Odyssey fucked it, and it felt dated instantly in Odyssey. It felt you know, like it was out of place. Just didn't feel particularly in depth. It felt very simple and quite undetailed as far as gameplay engines go. So I think that feeling it's normal to feel that way. It's normal to feel like it's just not going to be good enough. But I think that Valhalla will do a better job of some other things to at least make it somewhat decent, if that makes sense. I need to find shrunken heads. Oh, that's such a weird thing to say. Then we get the Susan Hofer pauldrons and Susan Hofer chest guard. Yeah, I want to play the old games because I've played every single one of them. But unstart, then I quit those years ago. Which platform will you play Valhalla on? PC will be my Valhalla platform of choice. I think. I'm open to the idea of playing it wherever I can, but I'll play it on PC if I get the choice, which I'm sure I will, because we all do. The story has something that ties into the other games together. Darby McDevitt said something along the lines, so I think there'll be something, but I don't know how good it will be, considering that they're basically working with whatever they can get a hold of, considering Odyssey just patchworked everything Assassin's Creed and completely fucked up everything. I don't know, man. I can only hope that they do something. One of the shrunken heads is in a layer of Romulus. You can find shrunken heads sort of wherever sometimes, right? I think. This sword is cack, but at least it doesn't matter because all swords are the same. Well, I played Valhalla, but I'm scared the parkour and gameplay is going to be too much like Odyssey. I hope it feels less like a badly written RPG and more like an actual AC. Well, we know that there will be Assassin's Creed elements, but it's still an RPG of sorts. So, I don't think it's going to be a ridiculous amount of quests like Odyssey. As we know, the side content will be world events. It won't even be side quests. Like, you know, it'll be stories in the world. It gives you a more open feel to it. And I feel like that's gonna make, you know, playing through the game, Valhalla, a lot less overwhelming. And we know about social stealth and little parkour bits and pieces, which is neat. In my headcanon, Odyssey was just Layla having a fever dream. You know what? Same. In my headcanon, Layla did some booky drugs. And that is what happened. Layla had some booky drugs and then proceeded to pretend to enjoy herself. That is how Odyssey feels. Shrunken head on 6 days layer of Romulus. Happy social stuff is back. I think going through places like London and Winchester could really be cool. Neat. Neat. But I appreciate the super chat, Isak, if I didn't mention that before. Hopefully I did. Hopefully I'm not inherently rude. It's not pounds, bruh. Don't care, it all converts. Tell you what, we're going for an hour and a bit here. It's mad. Don't know why I said that. It's not that mad, is it? Let's be real. It's not that mad. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm always happy to go for a little while. Let's aim for 250 likes. That would be awesome. And if we can get 250 likes, I'll be a happy man for the next 5 minutes until I before I inevitably demand 300 likes, which is even cooler. No. Every assassin is superhuman because of the ECDNA. Like Ezio cutting off a head with his hidden blade in the book, or Ezio lifting a 2,000+ pound carriage, or Connor blitzing 700-pound black bear. The carriage isn't 2,000 pounds, is it? It's made of wood. It doesn't exactly have an engine. Wouldn't be too hard to lift for a healthy man. I'm sure there's one here. Don't want to hire randoms. No, no, not what I'm here for. I think Odyssey has great graphics. Better out there. Snob. My guy just called the man a snob. Was it me that was saying that? If so, fair enough, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Hello. Charge for this entry around £2,000. Ah, neat. Bloody hell. Well, I guess that's suspensive disbelief then. Like it's just a little bit of creative freedom. How much does that translate to in kilos? 100. About 1,000? About a ton? For Valhalla, need Norse. Get God of War Ragnarok. I thought there was one of these like glyph places on here for some reason. I don't know if there is. It didn't tell me there is. 900 kilos. Yeah, that makes that. You know what? That sounds a bit more reasonable. See, when you said £2,000, I was thinking more along the lines of 2,000 kilos, and I thought there's no. Jesus, that's heavier than my car. My car is 1.5 tons. I thought, oh. Or two tons. 2 tons. I thought, oh, metric tons or tons, because like 1.5 metric, whatever. The old vehicle. My game tag is Ezio Hunter 9. If you want to add me, I'll pass on that. But I'm sure if anyone in chat wants to add you, then they absolutely can. 1,000 kilograms is a ton. Yeah, well, I thought. Is there a difference between a ton and a metric ton though? Like, what's your age though? Why do you live in the real world? This is the real world. There's no fake world. There is gaming. Gaming exists in the real world. What do you mean? People game. Not gods themselves, obviously. Only the religion centered around them. The glyphs on the outer wall. I thought there was one on the outer wall. I did genuinely think there was one here. It's been a long time since I've fucked with it, like months above all else probably. And you know, it's one of those things that you really easily forget because you know, after it's done, it doesn't really stick to your mind. Oh, there it is. See, I knew there was one here. I knew I wasn't imagining things. I usually do, but not today. The average carriage today weighs £1,800, and the weight more back in the 15th century fishy. Right, I think you care too much about how heavy carriages are. These intelligent workers have no self-control. Machines. Hmm? Automated machines, I'm thinking. That's intelligent worker. That's a robot thing. This. These. That. Or is it that. No. This is a hard one to remember. I feel like it's the robots. But there aren't enough. Production lines, maybe? One's without self-control. That doesn't have it. Excuse me. There, control. Cars. Lights. That thing. One of these is wrong, but none of them are right. I'm very confused as to... Right, let's try that, and that for some reason. No. That, nope. I know it. I'm trying to figure out what it means, because there's no pattern in that.
Something to do with machines. Smart machines?
That's a smart machine. That's a smart machine. That's not a smart machine. That's not a smart machine. That's a smart machine. About that. And what about that? Oh, there we go.
Loading. Scanning. 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 Scanning.
Starts off listing fruit and vegetables and turns into a weird sentence. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, that's horrible. That is horrible. There we go, that's that one done.
Loading.
Alan Turing set out to solve the plight of the workers. M equals Q something, whatever that sign is, B. That sign, triangle, Q, 0, F. Where? Don't know what this means. Good, these parts. Valhalla is terrible, man. If people don't necessarily see it that way, don't force them to. Just makes you a wanker. I'm googling this shit. Cluster 4. There's just news articles about clusters of COVID. That's not what I'm fucking after. Jesus Christ. That was simple. It's gotta be this, right? Oh, it's just one ahead. Okay.
Loading.
Lovely. Abstergo phone records, June 1954. Oh god, I like this one, it's alright.
V, it's N. I need Turing done today.
Are we jumping the gun? You've already had him arrested and sedated.
He still refuses to follow the directive. He's actually trying to invent one of those infernal things instead of merely faking it for the newspapers. If he succeeds, you know what the mass unemployment generated by his robots will mean? Idle hands. We need to do this for the good of the people.
What about Keynes? He trusted Turing.
It's the greater good we're talking about here, V. Plus, a childless worker sends a bad message. We can't have them all stop reproducing.
Fine. It's your call.
I want it done like we did Harry Dexter White when he tried to warn the Soviets.
All right.
Be poetic about it. Maybe something from the Bible. Turing always was theatrical.
Loading.
Oh, okay.
Quarantine zone.
Oh, fuck off.
Quarantine lifted.
That's cluster 4. Hello there, thief. Come back. Come back, thief! With my dush. I don't even need to catch him. I just need to kill him. Mom comes from a Swedish noble family and some of my ancestors on her family's side were military people. I just think it's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. As far back as I can tell, my family's West Country through and through. I don't think there's any influence from far else that's traceable, at least. Obviously, there's probably some influence from elsewhere from centuries and centuries ago, but... Mad West Country ones. And you get a robotic suit if you get the gold in the training simulator. I am aware of that, yeah. You know, we could do some training simulator thing, actually. Virtual training. Free run. Race tutorial. See what we can do. My family's from Mars. Which is why you are green, I guess. Shit. Oh, that makes sense. Let's try again. Why does it keep resetting the mission? I'm dropping down! Oh, for fuck's sake! It's doing this thing where it's like the circle button does everything, apparently. Oh no, it's that. It's if I slide onto that thing, which is it's a PS4 controller. You're always touching that thing. Oh, what a fucking pain. Why does it keep resetting? I'm very confused. I don't touch that thing. Oh. I'm not touching that button. I'm not touching the reset button. It just keeps doing it. Why does it keep doing that? It's not circle. You have to read the instructions to do it how they say to do it. Oh, I have to go across the thing. Oh, I see. I think. And I think I see what it's after. It wants me to go across. It doesn't want me to touch the ground here. No? So I'm not supposed to do this then, basically, is what it's saying. Combat challenge. Flawless hidden blade, flawless all weapons. Flawless all weapons. Let's do this. It's not circle that's doing it though, it's the pad thing. Seems to think there's something up with it. Let's see if it works. Misbehaved here. What? Oh my god, that guy hit me. Let's try again. This time I need to go for something faster. The best weapon for this really is the dagger. Dead Cat is the name of this save, apparently. Nope. Ah. So I'm not doing too terribly now. Oh god. There we go, I'm doing okay now. There we go. That was mad. I got 56. Ah. I can't complain at 56. I think 56 is a number, you know? Between 1 and 55. That's enough dead bodies for an orgy. Oh. I see what you're saying, Evie. We need the rooks. How am I supposed to get a ridiculously high kill streak if they don't send enough guards at me? Oh my god, that was a streak of 27, that.
Attack!
None of them are attacking. It's making starting the streak really difficult here.
Now! Ready! Ora!
Die, sir.
Ready! Ora! Ora!
Die, dickhead. Die, dickhead. Die, dickhead. Well, whatever it was alright. Yeah. How long was that? There we go. So got a better order for that. Now, if we can do that on long, we can do that on medium. I'm gonna buy a console, new graphics card. Because I can't do both. Why does it do that instead of the bloody... Oh, fuck off. Oh really? Aim at nothing then while there's a guard locked on? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm sure I've done okay, so it's whatever, but it's the pain. What? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I've done okay. There's a gold on that. Let's see if we can get the short. Let's see how we can do on short kill streak. Get the longest kill streak possible. Score best kill streak. We can do an okay kill streak with. It's always the dagger that's best for this. Someone attack me then. Really? Come on. There was a guard there and instead you decided to go to the throwing knife. Really? Oh, for fuck's sake, I was in the middle there! Ah! Now they'll do there. We've got. Just replayed that. Let's try to get that gold. Again, let's try for this without. Don't do that. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Someone attack. Oh, come on! There's a guy there. You could have just killed him. Instead, he went for the throw thing. Let's try again, because it's the exact same score. Getting grab doesn't stop your streak. Let's try. I wanted to replay that. I want to try again. I want gold on it now. For some reason, I want gold on it. Desperately do I want gold on this. Why did this... They didn't come in fast enough for me to keep up the streak. Oh, come on. Why did he sheath the knife? Come on, fight someone. Why are they all going for the fucking grab? And why is it not working? Oh, come on. They're just not playing into what I want to do. I'm going to have to tell them to fuck off. What number did I get that time? Ah, oh, come on, I need to... I'm very confused as to how this isn't behaving. I thought it was only the longest streak that mattered. Maybe I need to change things up. That better do it. There we go. That was more like it. Flawless hidden blade. Oh. Oh, fuck this. See if we can. I don't know if we can. Hidden blade is a pain. The kick mechanic works always.
Nine, water, go!
Right, okay, let's try again.
Now, on him!
Oh, hi! That's gold.
Water, go! Have at it!
There we go. Whatever that was, it was fine. Whew. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. It's done. Don't know what the save is called. Dead cat. As far as I'm aware, no cats were harmed in the making of this video. See that? That's magnificent. Stealth assassination. Assassinate targets without being detected. Free run. Oh my god, look at all them. I'm gonna leave. I've had enough. I've had enough of me. It's great fun, but I've had enough. I've had enough of that. It's over for me. Let's get to 300 likes and it'll be fantastic. And off we go into the night. There we go. 300 likes, beautiful. It's absolute gaming, gamers. I just want to open the fucking map. How hard is it? Alright, there we go. Right. You know, it keeps opening something other than the map and you think, come on. Oh, Romulus tomb down there out of the way. I can't really do it yet. That's come. Well, there's nothing really else to do, I think, for this stream. We're kind of there. We can renovate this, I think. Maybe. Maybe we could. Maybe we can't. God knows. Oh no, it's just above us. It's already renovated. Of course it is. You must die. Let's give my man a hug. You have one Leonardo mission. Yeah, I know, but Leonardo missions are pain. I mean, I enjoy them, but just not... I don't want to do the Da Vinci disappearance, for example. It's a pain to do right now when you want to do open world stuff. It's DLC, not really open world stuff. I know you had a good time. You had yeah, no, we've had fun. Ashraf is a bad person that had great ideas. Frankly, I don't understand why he had to be fired. Because he abused his position at Ubisoft to, well, basically manipulate women. You know, it wouldn't have been a Ubisoft problem had he not abused his position in order to do what he did. So yes, he did have to go because he clearly proved that he could not handle the position he was in responsibly in a way that kept everybody safe. You could argue no crime's been committed with Ashraf Ismail. You would technically be right, but he did manipulate people, and is that really a person you want around? Like, not all sackable offences are criminal offences. You know, for example, misconduct. You know, misconduct, depending on the aspect that the element of misconduct it is, you know? What's actually going on? Sometimes sackable, but is it really a crime? No, but cool. Doesn't mean that it's any less sackable. Unfortunately for Ashraf, he had to go because what he did was pretty bad. At first, it didn't seem so bad. as far as his job was concerned from what I saw. But as more and more came out, it turns out he was pretty much a serial offender here, where he would manipulate women like this, and he would lie to them, say he wasn't married, cheat on his wife, all that stuff. But the reason he did that, it's not in itself something that you'd think, oh, okay, that's fishy, but I guess if he's a bit of a fuckboy, that's his business. And in that sense, yes, but then also throwing the fact that he abused his position at Ubisoft, his position of influence and power at Ubisoft to do this, and to fuck with people, basically, and you get yourself a big problem, and that's what happened. Yes, he had to go, unfortunately. And if you think that, oh, but he cared about Assassin's Creed, I'm sure in some aspect he did. I'm sure in some aspect he did, but he clearly didn't care about it enough to not jeopardize his position at Ubisoft. And so, Assassin's Creed will be fine. Alex Amancio licked a woman's face without consent. Yeah, that one's another one that was, like, fucked. Like, that is another unacceptable thing that happened. But Alex Amancio doesn't work at Ubisoft anymore anyway. But even still, you know, what an arse if that's true. Like, that's all it's all alleged at the moment. You gotta remember, it was all I'm speaking about everything allegedly, because that otherwise we'll get sued or anything like that. I don't want that to happen. That's absolutely clapped. And then the rape allegations with someone else. That was it was just abhorrent, all of it. Like, why are we talking about this? Because somebody brought it up. Someone brings up the point. Of course I'm going to continue the point. I'm going to make the point, you know? Like, of course. Why are all good game directors creeps? I doubt that's strictly true. But it is a fascinating pattern of people in positions of power and influence in an industry, for example, not always necessarily being able to handle that and abusing it. Ashraf was the only person at Ubisoft that made games. I hope that's a joke message. I thought it was fake at first, not because I believed the victim. I didn't believe the victim, but because it sounded absolutely so ridiculous that someone could actually hide his marriage and have multiple relationships. And that's what makes it. That's what makes you think, hang on a minute, what the fuck? In the sense that, oh, you know what? That's a little. It's a type of thing you couldn't make up at the same time. I mean, you probably could if you tried, but I mean, the point is, you're so outside of the box to come out with that, and for it to not be true. Like, you had to look at it and go, hang on a minute, come on, surely there's something to this. And in hindsight, that's the approach I should have taken. But the first thing came out, and I was very confused. I didn't not believe it, but I didn't think it was my business straight away. Then more came out, and I was like, oh my god, there's something really wrong here. You know, like, okay. I might have got this wrong. Maybe it is more significant than initially thought. And here we are. Sure was. Guacamole is joking. Ashraf Ismail's the only person at Ubisoft that made games. There's no way that couldn't have been a joke. Yeah. It's funny because the point is, when people ask, oh, he's been fired from Ubisoft now, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Ubisoft? What's going to go on with that? First of all, there are more important things than what happens at Ubisoft. In the sense of what happens to their games. The change is more important than the games at the moment with that one. But also, there are plenty of people who work at the company who make these games who want to realise the vision of fans and want to realise their own visions and do care, and they keep getting stonewalled by the bloody higher-ups and that. So I think Assassin's Creed will be just as fine as it ever would be, if you know what I mean. Who's Ashraf? Ashraf Ismail was the game director for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Origins, and the creator, up until fairly recently, like 2 months ago, creative director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There are some allegations of misconduct that came out, and soon after, investigations into what I can imagine is that, and maybe other things for all we know, God knows, he lost his job. and so he's no longer a part of Ubisoft, if that makes sense. And yeah, before then, people sort of saw Ashraf Ismail as a symbol of care for the Assassin's Creed brand, so it did hit pretty hard finding out that this stuff had gone on. But at the end of the day, there are some things that are more important than the games. And you know what? Nobody is replaceable. Nobody's irreplaceable to the point where they can get away with whatever they want. Like, they can get away with treating people however they like. That's how it is, I feel. Like, nobody is that irreplaceable. Let's get him back if he's not a rapist. What? The guy did some really seriously suspect shit, by the sounds of it. You know, like from what I've heard, it's, you know, it had to happen the way it happened. There's no way he could stay at Ubisoft after what he'd done became so public. It's as he's been doing it for years, according to a lot of people, and Ubisoft made the right call in letting him go, considering, you know, there's probably some truth to it. I mean, a lot of truth to it, because clearly investigations came up and went, oh, this. And so many people came forward. So many people came forward talking about their own experiences. And believe me, that shit doesn't tend to be organised. Nobody hated Ashraf Ismail that much. Unless he did something like that. You know? Put it that way. Did he work on games before Origins? He worked on Black Flag. I need to find where this bloody thing is. I want to find this glyph. Yeah, he worked on Black Flag. It was essentially the face of marketing for both Black Flag and Origins. And the plan was he'd be the face of marketing for Valhalla as well. And then this happened, and that's no longer possible. So that's why the marketing that's how I imagine the marketing is an absolute, you know, it's not Assassin's Creed marketing by this, in the sense that, you know, Assassin's Creed marketing is very loud, very proud, and very out there, and show you everything basically. It's always been like, you know, Ubisoft marketing team has always done a mad job of that. But this year they've had to revise that, considering they can no longer use Ashraf Ismail as the face of it. So Diamond McDevitt has basically been marketing the game on Twitter a lot as well. And so there's that. And so there's a lot of marketing stuff that just can't go ahead, I can imagine, as a result of what's happened. Obviously, I don't know if that's the plan at all. Like, it's just whatever, innit? But where's this bloody thing? I want to know where the fucking glyph is! There's got to be somewhere, right? Maybe it's in here. Well, Patrice a lot. Patrice was a Patrice Desolé made Assassin's Creed 1. Like, it was his idea, Assassin's Creed, and I'll respect him for that for sure. He moved on. He had a bit of a string of misfortune when it came to Amsterdam 1666 or something, which was a game that he was working on that was cancelled. And then he worked on Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey, which is just a dull game. Like, it's just dull. There's no two ways about it. I played it. It's just boring. Maybe playing a glorified ape simulator is more appealing to some people, but it just seems like a way to kill time if you also have literally nothing else to do. And even then it makes it drag. And I think it's a kind of game that gives you a headache. It's like, I don't know. And so the reviews came out for that, and I think Patrice Desolé said it was due to fans not understanding the point of the game. I think a lot of those fans who did, you know, or not fans, players, sorry. I think a lot of players who reviewed it quite negatively and unfavourably did understand the point of the game. It just wasn't an interesting concept. It never struck me as such, but I gave it a go because Patrice Desolé, and you know, at the end of the day, it's the game I expected it to be, which was just, it exists. it's more of an art piece project, and it just doesn't really feel that enjoyable. But that's just how it is. Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey. But I feel like he completely misread the what the reviews meant for that game, and said something along the lines of a lot of people not knowing what they're on about. And I'm like, well, hang on. There's a consistency in these reviews, though. So does everyone not know what they're on about? Or maybe you just released a bit of a whack game. I don't know. I don't know with that one. I tried to convince him, but I don't think... What's that? Who are you chatting about? I'm very confused. I've got a few dough in the vault. Okay, in the vault thing. I should go sort that out soon. But first things first. This is my chest now, boys. What Assassin's Creed should I get? If you're gonna start with Assassin, if you're starting, which is what I presume you mean, then 1. Stick with 1, then play 2, Brotherhood Revelations, then 3, 4, Rogue, Unity, Syndicate, Origins, and trust me, don't bother with Odyssey. Or don't and do, that's completely up to you. Do you think Valhalla is going to be AIDS like Odyssey? No, I don't. I don't think it's going to be AIDS like Odyssey. I don't think that I describe Odyssey as AIDS. Because in the end of the day, if you asked me if I preferred to have AIDS or play Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I would choose AIDS. That was the harshest thing I've ever said. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Okay, that was a joke. Don't get upset, it's fine. If the joke wasn't for you, then I do apologise, but now it goes. If you have AIDS and like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, for example, I guess. I don't know. I need to stop talking. You see me, I make incredibly sick jokes. That's just who I am. It's always been who I've been. I will make no apologies for that, but sometimes my words get ahead of myself. Get ahead of me, and I don't know exactly how far to go. Somebody's going to clip that and tweet it at me now, aren't they? They'll be like, "This is," and be like, and be really, either be really annoyed or really, really happy that I said that I'd take the AIDS. Be like, "Listen, I know a guy." Be like, "Oh shit." Just calm. Love seeing an Ethan stream pop on my notifications, getting excited and hearing, I would rather have AIDS than play AC Odyssey. You're welcome, man. You know, what did you expect from me? Do a cancer one next. I have more claim to making cancer jokes, because I made them in front of my mum while she had it. But I still feel like neither is particularly home-hitting while general. I would never make a joke that's directed at anybody in a way that would upset people. That's not me. Mum, I know you've got cancer, but at least you haven't played AC Odyssey. Yeah, that's true. It's more like going downstairs, seeing her bald for the first time after her first chemotherapy, and going. You remind me of Homer Simpson, and that's probably where I that's where I was being the biggest prick. But my mum loves that sort of sense of humour. She enjoys it. I think one day she's gonna rip me to pieces, and I can't wait. And she's an absolute trooper, hard as bloody fucking nails. And I guess that, and it does go both ways. Trust me. If my mum throws banter back, she's well in on the banter ways. She knows what she's doing. But you know, It's good. It's good to have a laugh like that sometimes. Lift the spirits, cause fuck. Does that mean mad at Ashraf if it was just dark humor? If you don't get it, it's fine, but don't make a big deal out of it. Nobody's mad at anyone, I guess. I don't have dark humor, but I keep it to myself most of the time. I've never kept my dark sense of humor to myself. Like, okay, right, okay. In private, I have made far worse jokes than I will ever say on YouTube. I've made far worse jokes than I'll ever say to anyone who I feel would be upset by it. I've made, not in the sense that me not saying it becomes like some callous disregard for people's feelings, but in the sense that, you know, it's come to my mind and I knew I was in good company and I said it, you know, and people thought, oh, that's funny, and then nobody thought any more of it. So yeah, this is dial. Whenever I make a dark joke, it's always going to be dialed back. It's always going to be dialed back as much as possible to the point where it still has its thing. It's still dark, but it's not. But it's not, you know, it's not designed to be inflammatory or just toxic for the sake of it. Like I don't like dark jokes that don't land. Like, I think if you make a dark joke, for example, and it doesn't land particularly well, you look like a giant knob. So I like to play it safe. What I'm saying is I keep the riskier stuff for my own brain to chuckle at. But no. But I'll never keep my sick sense of humour, you know, to myself because it's funny. In the end of the day, it can be funny. You know, you just have to know the time and the place thing. There is always a time and a place for humour. And I know definitely that the time and that place is a funeral. I love making the sickest jokes possible at a funeral. Don't know why. It's never about the deceased. It's just vaguely sick. No. Nope. I'm a nice man, I promise. Women do sell, but I don't know if they'd sell in Assassin's Creed. They absolutely would sell in Assassin's Creed. At the end of the day, shit characters don't sell. Good characters do sell. It doesn't matter if they have a cock or not. So yes, I think you know what? I think it's absolutely time for a full female protagonist based on that alone. But you know. That like full female protagonist hasn't happened in the sense that it's always been you've either been male and that's just been how it is, or you've had the choice to be male, and as a result, the dialogue options that you've been given with Odyssey, for example, or Valhalla, will be quite unisex as a result, I'd imagine. And then you have the Jacob Evie dynamic, where Jacob is 80% of the game and it's all bloat, and Evie's 20% and it's not too bad. But it should be in that sense it wasn't even 50-50, so there's no you couldn't even argue there was an equality there. I think it's time for just just a full female protagonist. You don't need some male backup in there. It'll be fine. Tell a good story. Tell a story about a character that we give a fuck about, and you know the rest is everything else will work out. Ubisoft will find out that it actually does sell like that. But at the end of the day, whether or not Ubisoft ever wind up doing that is on them. But you know what? What's your opinion on Death Note? No idea what that is. AZ Valhalla looks kind of shit. It looks fine. It's just the same gameplay as Odyssey, and I know what you mean. Don't think Ethan watches anime. Oh, is it anime? No, I haven't seen it. No, I'm not really into anime and stuff like that. You know, I don't begrudge people who like it. That's cool. It's, you know, it's your thing. But for me, it's just not something that I can get into, you know? And that's calm. You know how it goes. What I loved about Ezio was his story was a continuation of Altair's story. I see what you mean. His story was more of a continuation of Desmond's story, which then later played back into Altair's story, which you saw play into Ezio's as well. with Revelations, and it's just, and those three characters all feel connected, like so deeply. It's incredible. I know what you mean.
We are not cowards. We meant
Favorite AC game? It's a complete toss-up between 2 and Brotherhood. I'd probably say 2 because it introduces Ezio. But Brotherhood is probably a better game based on a few improvements and stuff like that. So it's really tough, but it's between those two.
Attenzione, bargain hunter. I have 2 nice pieces of statuary.
Another one I like to give a lot of credit is Black Flag. And I'll always lend a bit of credit to Odyssey, you know. Not Odyssey, Origins. Fuck! Ever giving Odyssey credit? No, you'll never see me do that. Origins. Yeah, that's what I mean. And of course, Revelations. So, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, Origins, Black Flag. Those are my boys. Clip that. Don't clip that, please. Don't clip that. If I see that on the no context 4 puzzles, they're getting blocked. I don't even give a shit. I'm pretty sure nobody who talks much in that Discord bothers to show up to my streams most of the time anyway. Besides from Hamid, who's an absolute legend. Right, I'm gonna punch you. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. He's not dead, but he will be. I'm here for Sean in the Discord. It's a joke! It's calm. I love how the spear just landed in their field and these people don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kill this man.
Cristo, am I missing?
Imagine if that landed in somebody. Unity is overrated, is it? People are pretty aware of Unity's issues. Even people who like it are aware. Like, that's fine. I think that's doing okay. And it does have some nice values for Assassin's Creed in Unity. I wouldn't exactly say I dislike Unity. I think it's okay. Without the bugs. The patches don't miraculously make the game 100% better. No, it's still deeply flawed in a lot of other ways. But one of which being the game's just tiny. Well, it is. It pretends to be a big game, but it's actually not. You know, the sequences are sometimes like 2 or 3 missions long, less than. And yeah, no, I didn't really notice that. Sometimes, yeah, it's weird. Unity and Origins are better than Syndicate. I don't know, Syndicate did some alright things. Syndicate wasn't a terrible game. I feel like it took the piss out of Assassin's Creed, which is why I'd rate it so low. Because it makes fun of what Assassin's Creed is. Directly. It takes the piss. It's a parody of Assassin's Creed. It feels like Assassin's Creed made a parody of itself. That's what it feels like with Syndicate. If that makes sense. Unity isn't bad, but I mean the story was a mess. Syndicate had even worse story-wise. Syndicate was a parody of itself, and with Jacob Fry. Jacob Fry was a very annoying character. I didn't dislike Evie. I thought Evie was the better character of the two. If it was just a full game with Evie, it would have been alright, I think. To remove the piss-taking, better, you know, more Evie missions to the quality the Evie missions were up to in the game. Like, for example, the Kenway Manor, the assassinations with Evie were always sick. Like the tower, was it the Tower of London? Then there was another one at the start, and that's, oh god, it's so hard to remember everything, you know. But no, those are the best parts of the game, were the Evie missions. Like, that's what Syndicate should have been. And what Syndicate should have been was embodied by Evie Fry. And then Jacob was just there to annoy you for 80% of the game, doing filler. He was the filler character for the most part. Some of his assassinations were pretty damn decent. And again, if you're going to put Jacob in there, it should have been 50-50 and have just the quality shit. More quality shit for Evie, less filler shit for Jacob. That's how that should have been seen, at the very least. And that missed opportunity bothers me more than I think people realise. I think Brotherhood was the peak of the series. Yeah, and it retrieved itself at 4, and then it kind of died. At least with the original AC died with Origins. Oh yeah, no. Original Assassin's Creed is gone. This sort of format is unfortunately very much so goners, and I'm sad about that. But I'm not under any illusions. I'm not kidding myself anymore. I'm not like, oh, maybe you know what? There's hope for it. There's not. There's not in that sense. The games can still be good. The franchise can still be okay. But the lore is absolutely fried. And this sort of system, it appears as if Ubisoft has removed that. You know, removed this sort of... They've removed any interest in doing games like this. For the... in favour of doing open worlds that aren't as scripted in a lot of senses. There's a whole lot less of, say... Well, it's a whole lot less feeling like this, and a whole lot more feeling like an open field. Valhalla looked like crap in terms of the graphics. The animations compared to Unity. Unity alone had 4 different hidden blade kills. Valhalla barely has any. I've only seen 2. To be fair, we haven't seen too much yet as far of Valhalla. I've played 3 hours. It is a good game. To be fair, it's enjoyable. I enjoy playing it. But to see how good it is, we have to wait until it launches. But I understand your concerns, because, I mean, it doesn't remind you of Assassin's Creed, does it? There's a lot of marketing focusing on the Viking aspect. It's like, even though we know there's social stealth back, and there's hidden ones, and there's all that cool shit, even though there's all that, it still feels a little bit like Ubisoft doesn't want Assassin's Creed to be Assassin's Creed anymore. And they don't want to market it as Assassin's Creed. That was a smooth catch, wasn't it? That not so much. The only thing I caught smoothly there was fucking herpes. Right, now let's go. AC3 tried to have set pieces, but the engine didn't well for it. Ava doesn't even have a hood on the cover of the game. Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. But it's not new. Odyssey's cover is a helmet. The hood should be on the cover, really, shouldn't it? Some Assassin's Creed iconography to promote the game. You need to market Assassin's Creed as Assassin's fucking Creed. How hard is that? I don't understand how difficult that is. Like, the Assassin's Creed elements are there in the game. Market them, because in the end of the day, it's Assassin's Creed first and a Viking game second. Like, it shouldn't be a Viking game first and Assassin's Creed because they had the time to fit it in. No, I don't understand. So why are they marketing it in such a weird way? It's almost like the game is prioritizing the Viking fantasy element, and that's not how it should be. That is really not how it should be. That is... No. Why? What is the... You can make a Viking game any day of the week if you wanted to. Well, not exactly any day of the week, but you know what I mean. You can make a Viking game whenever you wanted as Ubisoft. They could make a new Viking game if they wanted to realise a Viking fantasy. Great. But with Assassin's Creed... Did they have to? Did they have to bastardise their brand and turn it into random periodic fantasies? I don't know why they've done that. It is one of the most ridiculous things. You couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. That's how funny it is. That's what I'm trying to say.
I've distilled an elixir of lead and pomegranate.
Would like a serious reboot? I sure would. At this point, I love it, but it's not going to happen, is it? I like a, not a full reboot. I'd like to keep the first 4 games canon, then give us Assassin's Creed 3 again. But it's not fucked. You know, maybe write in a decent protagonist. Maybe don't stick a middle finger up to all your fans by killing the main protagonist of the franchise. And then take it from there and just do... and keep the story going. Keep it flowing. Keep it rolling in this quality story. I don't understand how difficult that had to be. But... Ubisoft. I guess Ubisoft higher-ups went, listen, we need to absolutely fuck this franchise because the controversy is worth more money than the game. Or something along those lines. I don't know how it works. You know what I mean. All I'm saying is, I know that the higher-ups are responsible for this. Don't take it out on the Ubisoft developers ever. Like, don't take it out on the people who worked on the games, anything like that. I think I used to do that, to be fair. But it's just not fair, is it? Because it's not on them. They want what we want, you know? At the end of the day, they want almost exactly what we want, and they keep getting told no. And do this, do that. And they're as fed up as we are, so let's not attack them. Let's not make them the villains in all this. The villains in all this have been the higher-ups at the company from the very beginning, and this makes me sad. There doesn't have to be any villains to this. They could have absolutely stacked serious dough. But I don't know. I feel like an angry father, still bitter over a divorce that happened 20 years ago in which his kids were stolen, and he never saw them again. I need to stop. The higher-ups of Ubisoft were Templars all along. Ah, bloody hell. Do you know, I think they actually do imply that in Assassin's Creed in an Easter egg that Ubisoft are Templars. I think that's actually an implication. They like to open their games with They like to open their Assassin's Creed games with like an Abstergo Entertainment type title card thing, and that's really funny. I don't think they realise it, but that's how people perceive them. The music is super nostalgic, yeah. I'm glad that Sergey is gone. Yeah, Sergey Haskot. Or Haskoe. Oh, Haskoe. How do you say that? Yeah, no. From what I hear, that guy was pretty bad. Like, I hear that guy had so much sway on what did or didn't get done. I hear he didn't think women sold. I hear that he was more or less responsible for a load of shit decisions that came out of it. Like, that guy had far too much control for any one individual in a system that big. And as a result, everything plummeted. Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, whatever he was involved with plummeted because he had no clue what the fuck he was doing. Or what did what, I guess. Sure, he knew a little bit about what he was doing because he had the job to begin with, but I think he's a key example of somebody failing to get with the times and keeping everyone back in the same time as him. You know, the same mindset. And as a result, even though nobody held it, it's like, no, come on. Been way too long since I've been able to watch one of these. How are you doing, Ethan, and everyone watching it? I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Why not take off this and go back to the car? And feel like a man again. Pretty purpose is better than none at all.
Oh, I can just, yeah. God, if only we could rewind time 10 years and wipe my memory of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Oh God, wouldn't that just be beautiful? Yes, it would. It would be absolutely stellar, Fishy. It would be amazing. Let's do that.
If surgery is required, sure, my 43% survival ratio is the highest in all.
I love how every single one of these guys says that their surgery survival rate is the highest in Rome. It's a shame what happened with the IP. Yeah, it is. Ethan Abraham, cheers for the super chat, you legend. It is a massive shame in the sense that they could have done so much more with it. I don't think the higher ups at Ubisoft see it as so much of a shame, considering the franchise has made them so much money as is, and the money that they made from it might have blinded them to the potential amounts more they could have made had they not bastardized their flagship franchise in the way that they have. I'll do a super chat one day, I promise. You don't have to do that, man. Like, you don't have to super chat. Like, that's not something that I ask of people, nor will I ever ask people to do that. Listen, it's a privilege for you to even be here. Like, for me, it's a privilege. It's a privilege for me for you to even be here. Like, to have you here is like, to have you watching this, wanting to watch this as opposed to something else, is so humbling for me. Like, I'm like, that's enough. That's enough for me. So that's what I'm trying to say. So I wonder how that guy feels ruining Assassin's Creed. Considering the money he probably made, I doubt he's losing much sleep over it. I don't know. So yeah, at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about being valued less because somebody else super chat. That's not how I work. I value everybody the same, and I appreciate you coming along above all else. That's the main thing I appreciate from you gamers. And yeah, no, it's really incredible to have a platform where people watch, and you know, you can have a good time together as just gamers. You know, I feel like you deserve it. I really don't. Like, I really don't. Trust me on that. Fishy isn't responding to me. See? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why, Nick AC? I'm doing my best, but it's a big chat. You know what I mean? Do you prefer to play Ezio on Xbox, PS, or PC? With Valhalla, I'll play PC because I know that's the platform that's my platform of choice for a game like that. But if there's a game that I can't get on PC, like the Ezio collection, I'll play it on the nearest thing I have to hand. Just wanted to send a quick super chat to support. Got a dip. Have a good stream. Take it easy, Ethan Abraham. I appreciate your generosity, man. What PC you got? I have a custom PC. I have a custom. I had it custom built at the end of last year. Couldn't be arsed building it myself. I don't have time for pain. I only have time to work hard. My PC was dying, so I needed a quicker solution. So I got Chill Blast to build. So I got Chill Blast to build me one, and it cost me a hefty amount of dough. But I got a nice machine set up now, running an i9-9900K processor, which is pretty ace. 64 gigabytes of RAM because video editing and all that stuff is quite RAM consuming, and it's just good to have the extra shit. And also with everything else, it just stops the PC from ever having that risk of slowing down because of lack of memory. There's no risk there. It initially had 32 in, but then I upped it to 64 because I could. You know, why not? As for the graphics card, it's an RTX 2080 Ti at the moment. But I want to get onto a 3090 if I can help it as soon as I possibly can. Like, that seems like a good card for an overkill PC. The 64 gigs of bloody RAM, that seems more like it. Yeah, but if I upgrade this machine anymore, it's literally going to start hovering. So it's one of those. Will we be getting an RTX 3000 series? I hope to. I don't know if they're going to sell like hotcakes like the PS5 bloody did. I can imagine they are. But I can't imagine the 3090 doing so much. AC3 Original's gameplay was so unpolished. Huge downgrade from the predecessors. Do you mean at launch? Do you mean the target stuff? Good night, cabbage. Want a 3080 so bad, but the orders were gone in about 5 seconds. There you go, see? How do people even order shit in 5 seconds? I love that sound effect. Like, listen, if you never buy something as it just comes out when it comes to graphics cards and shit like that. If you, like, for example, I don't think I'll pre-order anything. I'll wait for at the moment. I don't think third-party cards are going up, are they? So it's just like third-party graphics cards with the Nvidia chips in them. I think is it just the first-party stuff, which is always going to be limited because it's like a limited edition version. Like once it goes out to all these different companies, I don't think there'll be much issue as far as supply is concerned. Or once the craze of getting it is gone, there won't be any problems getting a hold of a new one, you know? That too is a thing. So that's something to look out for. Die cunt. Okay. There we go. Have a spear in your back. Right, which one of you wants to die? There we go, I stabbed him in the whatever. AC3's combat music is way too loud. It's meant to immerse you in the tension a bit, I think, is the point of it. And it's also meant to be a massive contrast from the ambience, because there's no ambience music at all. Which I think is a terrible idea. It makes the world feel empty and miserable. But you know what? Not my decision at the end of the day. It's meant to be a contrast from that. It's meant to make you think, oh, okay, something tense is going on, something risky, and then that happens, and you know it's cool, I guess. We're on for 2.5 hours. That is mental. Let's aim for 350 likes. That'd be awesome. Not sure if I hear a feather if I have bloody tinnitus. Oh, there it is. That's a flag. On my screen it's already 355. It is now. Let's aim for 400. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for, but I reckon we can get that. If everyone who hasn't hit like hits like now and shares with your friend or your mum or your nan or your dad, and like this for Fishy, I'm sure they'll happily oblige. We can do it. This is our objective as a teamwork, you know. I'm gonna bribe this herald and then punch him in the face after I pick up his pocket. Here, have this. Wasn't me. I like how he doesn't go back to chatting shit about me even though I clarted him in the mouth. I read fishy as fizzy, not fishy. Well, it's fishy, but you can say it how you want. Everyone says it's like most people say it's fizzy for some reason, and I understand why. But it's fishy. Fishy's how I say it. RTX 38 is order is so looking forward to double FPS. I might be drawing my pension before it arrives though. Yeah, probably, but no. Yeah, no. I'm glad you got one ordered. I'll just wait for all this craze to get the newest hardware chills the fuck out, cause I don't. Yeah, no. Come on. None of that. You know what I mean? I can't. You know. I can't be arsed. I don't know how else to put it. I just can't be arsed dealing with the hassle and the stress of trying to battle my way into a pre-order against millions of others. And they probably can be arsed, so I'm already at a disadvantage. So, you know, my PC hardware will hold up for some time. It's an RTX 2080 Ti. It'll do the job for now. It's calm. Still pretty powerful. But yeah, Ah, look at that, see? This clown thought he could do something to me, and now he's dead. Where do you get the name Fishy from? Well, it's pretty simple. I obviously like to get up to suspicious shit. No, I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I don't know. It just sort of happened. It just sort of came up with it, I guess. Well, I went through a few names, and then I eventually went to Fishy with an S, and then I thought it's not original enough, and somebody changed their name to that anyway. And so I went, you know what I'll do? I'll change it. I'll put a Z in it and absolutely snazz the shit out of it. And that's what happens. I snazzed up the name, and now it's stuck. And I love it. I love this version of the name. It's just nicer and more original. It's probably not especially original even still. But I have a verification tick. I probably wouldn't have got that with the S. Apparently there's a thing on here. I know what'll happen, you'll find it and then Sean will give you some advice you clearly don't need. Oh, it could be on the other one. Oh, there it is, I see it. You'll get to it and Sean will be like, use Eagle Vision, dickhead. No wonder you think a rhombus is the tangerine. My internet's going to give up in a minute. Same. No, it's not. It's calm. Yeah, I heard about Brazil. As in Brazilian, I think the history here was... To be fair, I have heard of Brazil. It is pretty hard to not hear of Brazil these days. Shit, what happened there? No. Play puzzle. Cluster 5. You know when you accidentally press the button and it goes, nope, bail! No, Brotherhood for you. What is this Brazil you speak of? How the fuck did the Cyberpunk 2 get released 7 years ago?
Loading.
And I had an idea for a game, wanted to announce it, did, then realised the hardware wasn't up to what they wanted to do yet.
What am I? Loading.
And so it entered development hell for a bit. They finished The Witcher 3 and then got back into it. Democratic nations were built, each led by powerful physicians, known today by a different name, who made a move to block the Templar advance. There we go. See, I don't know chess, so it's really hard to figure these things out. Oh, fuck off. For a bottle of electricity, governments fell. Need to find the correct coordinates. From a bolt of electricity. This is Archduke Franz Ferdinand, is it? No? I'm looking for something specific. Hired actor. Hired actor. Hired actor. A run. 9:53. Coup d'etat. Right. I don't bloody know. Maybe it's on the glasses here. I know it's specific. Gotta be on here. There's a lot going on here. I want to be shocked. Look for something specific. Be something that stands out. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. First of all, if we stick that to 3, and then that 7 is that, I think. Then we stick this to 5, and then the 3 is nothing. Ooh. Well, here we are. No, actually, here we go. So, what we do is we find a symbol that's not present, and then hope for the best. What we do is we move this fucker to 1, and then on 7 there's nothing again, so we find the symbol that is now nowhere as well, and that is that one, I guess. And if all else fails, switch those around, and then we move the fucking Fiat logo to 2. Call that the old Fiat logo, and then see what 9 is, which is this thing, the box. Okay, so now we move these. That's not right. Okay, something happened there. I don't know how I'm doing this puzzle, but I want to figure it out. Right, so that's on 3. 7 is right. That is correct. Now, move that to 5, right? And then 3 is empty, so it's one of these two, basically. And move that to 1. This is how my head figures it out, anyway. And then the 7's also empty. And then move the bloody near enough a Fiat badge to 2. And then 9 is this. I'm baffled. Find another logo that's not there, but that. There's got to be more logos that aren't there. Maybe I can fill the gaps. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're not differing depending on... Hang on. Right. No, let me have a look. So, this is if we move this to 5, the gap on 3 is the first one. Then we move that to 2. The gap on 7 is also the first one, right? No, it's not. Yes, it is. It is also the first one. So, whatever they are, they've got to be the same thing. Maybe. Let's see if we're right. No? Don't want me to be right? Apparently he doesn't want me to be right, the bastard. I'm just going to Google it. I've had enough. I've had enough of this shite. Let's have a look. Let's Google it, because it'll be easier this way. Cluster solution 5. Now it'll tell me how close I got. These two are correct, but these are different. Okay, so it's this. They're both missing things, but it's this and that according to... No, this according to Google. I'm really close all the fucking time.
Loading.
South America. If you're to ensure the company's success, company agents must be able to blah 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 blah.
Loading.
Bring me to the bloody quarantine zone.
Quarantine
Done it.
lifted.
There we go. That was pain, I apologise. What PC case and CPU cooler do you use? CPU cooler is just... Is it the heatsink, you mean? I don't know, it's an Asus ROG Strix, but it's an Asus ROG something, sorry. Because I know, because it's got the Asus ROG. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't build it myself. I had it custom built by Chill Blast, so I don't know the ins and outs of everything there. Off the back of my hand, because I put it in myself. But it looks like an Asus ROG, of some sort. Just like the graphics card is also Asus. You know what I mean? And the case is some Chill Blast case. It's got a Chill Blast badge on it, but it also looks sick, so it's whatever. So I don't know off the top of my head, but it's whatever. Anyway, I think we're going to leave this stream here for tonight. So, thank you all for watching this stream. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. That would be fantastic. Huge thanks to James Rostron, Minifridge, Isak Marnie and Ethan Abraham for your super chat donations. And of course, a massive thank you to all the lovely patrons over on the Patreon and all of you for coming ahead and coming along and joining me. If you want to go ahead and join this list of patrons, check out the link in the description to the Patreon, and whether or not you think it's worth it at the end of the day is of course completely up to you. I 100% understand, but it's there if you want to check it out for yourself. If not, that's absolutely fine. Don't feel forced to. It's only there for people who can and want to and are completely comfortable doing so. And if that doesn't apply to you, no worries. And of course, thanks to everyone for coming along. Let's aim for that 400 like mark before we go. But I will see you all very soon with another video or stream at some point. But until next time, take care and goodbye.